Hey there, guys. Welcome on in today. Appreciate y'all for being here. Javier, welcome in. Ole, Mario, Philomena, what's going on, guys? How's it going? What's up, Nick? Appreciate you guys joining me today. Let's see, got a bunch of people joining in here. As always, we'll give everybody a few minutes to join, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hey, Jen, welcome on in. Welcome on in, guys. How you doing? How you doing? Guys, last week we talked about the restaurant guest acquisition machine. So if you weren't here last week, if you weren't here on the webinar last week, highly recommend going to watch the training for the acquisition machine. Really talks about the whole guest acquisition technique, and it's not just not just one or two things. It's not just an email blast. It's not just an ad that's gonna actually move the needle. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things, right? It's an equation of things. It's not just one or two things. It's like 10 things, if not more, that really move the needle. So on last week's call, excuse me, on last week's call, we talked about the importance of understanding that, and we had a visual that showed that really nicely. So I really enjoyed that webinar. I hope you guys did as well. Again, if you weren't on that one, definitely join that. Definitely watch that recording in your portal here. Hey Dave, welcome on in. Appreciate you being here. Seren, welcome in. Angela, hey, how you doing? What's up, guys? Okay, well, we're 3 minutes past the hour, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. Today is going to be an Ask Me Anything session. So today, the reason we do these Ask Me Anything sessions, we do these Ask Me Anything sessions about once a month or maybe once every other month. The reason we do these is we want to give you all a chance to, go through the modules, go through the trainings, but then also be a sounding board for any of your questions. Now, I've been a part of some webinar mastermind communities myself, and oftentimes I find that one big thing I think most webinar communities lack is the chance to ask your personal questions. I remember I was a part of one webinar, like a mastermind community. I really respect the company and the guy who put it on, but I had like 1 minute to ask a question and then like a 30-second response, and then that's it for like $6,000 or something like that. Once a week I could do that, but it didn't really help me. Like I didn't really get any sort of like, I want actual feedback. I want actual brainstorming, right? So we've got a whole hour today. If you guys have any questions at all, this is the place. This is the place to ask me some questions. I'm going to do my best to answer them. If I can't answer them, there's going to be some questions that I might not be able to answer. I'd love everybody else to participate as well. So if we've got a question coming on in, then I'm going to write that down here on our sheet. And if you have any thought, hey, Lisa, welcome in. If you guys have any thoughts or any recommendations on the question, please chime in as well, right? This is a community. This is a mastermind group. So any contributions that you make help everybody else. And when you guys have questions, you'll have other people chiming in, helping you out as well too. So everybody, please participate with me. That'd be amazing. So let's do it. Let's just start. Guys, any questions you have, put them in the chat box. Put your questions in the chat box. I'll give you guys about 2 minutes right now. Write out your questions in the chat box there. And I'm going to put those questions here on the sheet. If there's any common themes, I'll address those first. So I'll shut up for 2 minutes. Go ahead and put your questions in the chat there. Guys, this can be related to anything. Okay, this can be anything. This might be stuff that's related to our trainings, our modules that we have in the webinar community, right? Stuff like this in here. But it doesn't have to be related to that. You can ask any question that's related to your business. It could be anything, and we'll see if we can help. Okay, so take 2 minutes, put your questions there. I'm going to write them down as they come on in. Got some questions coming in here about Yelp. I got some questions coming in about optimizing listings. It's a good question. Guys, I'm just putting these questions on the sheet here once they come on in. Hey, Mason, welcome in. Malik, welcome in. Shauna, welcome. All right, guys. Well, we've got some good questions coming on here. This is definitely a good start. Guys, if you have more questions, please keep putting them in the chat. I'll write them down here as they come on in. Keep them coming. All right, guys, got a good start here. Cool. Okay, so I'm just going to go down here through these one by one, and then guys keep the questions coming. So Dave's got a question. Dave's question is thoughts on Yelp ads. Worth a spend or not? Yeah. Guys, if anybody has any thoughts on Yelp ads, your experience with Yelp ads, please toss them in the chat. Everyone chime in. Dave, I would say, I'll give you just like a short answer, then maybe go into some more detail. I would say it's always worth a try. I'm under the impression, from my experience at least, like trying things is better than not trying them. The opportunity cost of not doing something when it could work really well is really big, right? So I would have an open mind. It's going to work differently for every business, for every restaurant, your market. Dave, I think for your brand, I'm familiar with your brand, obviously. I think it could work. I think it depends on, I would recommend doing something where you can at least like how are you going to measure it? That's the question, right? How are you going to measure it? So Dave, if you want to chime in and let me know how you're going to measure it. If you want me to unmute you, Dave, I can do that too. You can chat with me like a human with your voice. So put in the chat box if you want me to unmute you. And okay, cool. Hold on a second. I'll get you going. Okay, cool. Hey Dave, you're live. So question is, well, first of all, how you doing? Can you hear me all right? I think you're on mute currently.
Yep, there are. I'm off
There
mute
it
now.
is. Hey Dave, how you doing?
Hello, how you doing?
Doing well, thanks. Yeah, so Yelp ads, huh?
Yeah, I've been spending money with Google Ads, but I shifted money from Google Ads over to Yelp a couple weeks ago just because I got a call from one of the Yelp guys and he said, talk through and all the different things they would do. And I said, you know what, I've been doing Google for a little bit. Let me switch over and see what happens with the Yelp piece of things.
Yep.
It's interesting. You through their metrics and what they show, I can see that the impressions are, that there is impressions. It's not as many impressions as what you would see through Google Ads, especially using the Performance Max, which was the last thing I was using with Google Ads was that and seeing impressions. So the impressions is down. It gives you the measurement, says number of leads. I put something very specifically out with do a check in and you get a discount.
Mhm.
And over the last 2.5 weeks, nobody has redeemed that. So that makes me feel like, because I was trying to use that as some way as a measurement tool to say, hey, if somebody's actually watching this, using this, they would see the check in and come through here and go, oh yeah, let me get a discount on that. And since nobody's done that, I kind of am getting the feeling like, it's not really driving business. Versus, I mean, obviously I'm working with you guys and we just really started that last week. And on the dashboard, I know that as of yesterday, we had 4 or 5 redemptions.
Mm.
And I redeemed somebody today. So at least I see people coming in and I know I can measure that.
Yep.
At the moment, I'm struggling to measure Yelp to go, yeah, there's a value.
Makes sense. Yeah, let's dig into this a little bit. So with the Yelp, the check-in for the discount makes sense. Is there any other way to measure the store visit, or is that the main thing? Like, is there a way to measure the visit without the discount or no?
Not that I've found yet.
Okay.
I mean, I can sit here and say impressions and people say they're what they call a lead.
Yeah.
Just because they give you a lead, that doesn't, what's that mean to me? Unless I know that that person's actually shown up at the store.
Right. Yeah.
In a way, I've not found a way for them to measure and say, and that was one of my questions to them when they called me with the, oh, well, this, and this.
Mhm.
I can see the value, I can see Yelp and that it is tailored around the restaurant business
Yeah.
in many ways.
Yeah. So 2.5 weeks it's been running for. Do you know how much ad spend has been spent over those 2.5 weeks?
You know what? I knew you'd ask that question. I should have had it pulled it up and had it here ready. I can, but it's basically figuring about, $10 to $15 a day.
Okay.
So that's
Your budget is 10 to 15 bucks a day on that campaign.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so give you about 200 and spend. My initial thought is it's a little early to measure it. Double check how much the spend has been, and double check how long it's actually been running, like when it was actually live and when it started getting impressions. You definitely should. I mean, we like to see whenever you're running like some sort of call to action, like an offer campaign, ideally you get at least one person to visit within the first 2 weeks, to get some sort of like proof that something is working,
Yep.
I'd give it a month at least, like to see. I mean, if no one comes in within a month, then something is not clicking.
So I went and pulled up my the page. So impressions since we started 1st of April. We went live April 4th. 32,000 impressions, says 191 page visits. They came up with 41 leads from it.
Hmm.
And they said 171 ad clicks.
Hmm. Okay.
Total spend was $223.12 since then.
Okay. Yeah. Keep an eye on it for sure. I think if you don't get any redemptions in the first month, then it's something is not, I wouldn't say it wouldn't work ever, but something is off. You know, something is not working. You could probably ask the rep if there's anything that would be malfunctioning, maybe. Um, I find that the check-in for the discount is a little bit cumbersome and a little bit of friction for the guests to do that. But yeah, I mean, in general, like 2.5 weeks is short amount of time, although you would hope that you'd have at least one person coming in by now.
Yes.
I'd give it a month. If you've got zero within the month, then, see if your rep has any thoughts on it. But yeah, you definitely want to get some people coming through your doors within the first month. Otherwise, like, because we have that for our program sometimes. Like, we'll launch campaigns, and it's, every restaurant performs a bit differently, just different markets, different products. Sometimes we'll launch and like you get a couple people coming in, pretty quickly. Sometimes we'll have like hundreds of people coming in quickly. Sometimes it's like it's just a handful or none. And a lot of times it's depending on like the local market, and so some platforms are going to be different just depending on the market. So anyway, those are my thoughts. Give it a month. See if you've got anybody coming in then. I would hope you start seeing people coming in soon, because that 2 to 3 week mark is like enough time for people.
Right.
Does that help?
It does.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Your spend is plenty. I think you're spending, it's not a ton of money, but it's enough to be able to get some foot traffic. If that doesn't work out well, I know maybe you've talked with your rep at our company. We've got some new ad techniques that we can actually do some geofencing. So in addition to the offer ads that you're doing, we can do some geofencing that's similar to Google, but we're actually able to measure the store visit without a discount. So you could
Right.
do that in combination with the offers. It's a good kind of 1-2 punch thing. So keep that in your back pocket if the Yelp stuff is not working.
Okay. I've got our phone call on Wednesday to kind of do our next follow-up. So
Okay, nice.
I'm sorry, Wednesday, Friday. This
Okay.
Friday.
Yeah, today is Wednesday, huh?
Yes,
Lose
sir.
track of time too. Okay, cool. Anything else you want to go through on that?
No, that was very helpful. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, Dave. Yeah, thanks for jumping on. All righty. That was a good one. Next one is how to optimize online listings. We do have some trainings on that, guys. So when it comes to optimizing online listings, we actually went over this. I really like this pyramid type of visual. So, it's kind of like a food pyramid. You have your base, you have your things on top of that. When it comes to optimizing your online listings, I'm going to bold this so we know we're on that. You're going to want to take a look at these 3 things as the main things. Okay. This camera represents photography. So you just got to make sure you've got really great photos. If you look at the average restaurant, your Google page, you'll get between 5 to 10,000 views every month, just like for free, just on your Google page. And if you don't have great photos, you're missing out definitely. So make sure you've got awesome photos. Hiring a photographer one time, relatively inexpensive, an incredible investment to make isn't good photography, right? We all eat with our eyes. So make sure you've got good photos. The next thing to optimize your online listing is to make sure you have a bunch of reviews. Okay. And over 1,000 reviews should be like the goal. Okay. If you're a client of ours, we can actually send you these like review cards, and you can use a technique inside your 4 walls with your staff to ask people for reviews. And people might think, oh, I'm already doing this. I already have this table tent thing. No, this is different. So I'll tell you a quick story. I was in Las Vegas maybe a year ago with my business partner, Mike. We went to a boxing match and had a few tequilas. The next morning, woke up feeling not 100%. And so went to go get one of those like IV spa things where they pump you with fluids and get you rehydrated. So I was laying there and the nurse came up and was like, hey, if you leave us a Google review, we'll give you free B12 vitamins or whatever the vitamins were, extra free vitamins. And I was like, sure, that sounds great. And as she was asking me that, she literally put this QR code like right in front of my face, like this. So I was like kind of forced to scan it, or not forced, but it was easy for me to scan it, right? And within about 4 seconds, I left them a Google review. She gave me the extra vitamins, and I was like, wow, that was really slick. That was really easy. So we can do a similar thing at your restaurant where you guys can run like internal contests with your staff, and you can work out the details with your staff. But the way that we teach this, the way we recommend is it's really simple. Just simply have a contest with your staff, and whoever gets the most amount of reviews that month or that quarter or whatever, however long you want to do it, they'll get a bonus from you. Maybe it's a $200 gift card or something, right? You're basically just incentivizing you're making a contest with your staff. It's fun. It helps you guys a lot to get more reviews. So again, if you're a client of ours, we can send you these cards where your staff can like put that in front of the guest and when they're asking for the review. 2 things that go into getting more reviews. Number 1, it has to be frictionless and easy. That's why we use a QR code. Number 2, a human being needs to actually ask them for it. You can get some reviews by like texting people or emailing people, following up with automations. That does work, but you'll get way more doing this. One of our webinar members, Abraham, I'm not sure if he's on today. Abraham has a food cart down in Mexico, not even a restaurant, like a food cart. And he got like a couple hundred reviews in 1 month just from doing this technique. So if a food cart can do it, you guys could do it too. Anyway, it's really easy. It's actually quite simple. That would be the second thing I would recommend. Got to get over 1,000 reviews, right? If you look on Google, if you type in chicken wings, are you going to visit a restaurant that has 1,000 reviews and higher, or a restaurant that has 38 reviews or 200 reviews, right? Probably the restaurant that has over 1,000, right? So just keep that in mind. You got to have a lot of reviews. It's not that hard to get them. You can get 1,000 reviews in 6 months if you do it correctly. Okay, it's really easy. Lisa's asking, how can you track which reviews are coming from which staff? We will recommend have your staff tell the guest who's leaving a review to say their name. So let's say the waiter, his name is John. So the guest will leave a review saying, our waiter John was great and the burger was so good, right? Something like that. So they can just mention the wait staff's name. Another hack, this is a little hack as well, guys. When you're asking your staff to leave you a review, if you can ask them to say to write the name of the item that they had, the menu item, like hamburger or chicken wings or spaghetti or whatever, writing that keyword in reviews will help you for SEO. So as an example, I typed in here on Google, I typed in hamburger, right? And then I saw that this restaurant came up, My Brother's Bar. It doesn't even have hamburger in the name at all, but it has hamburger in a review of theirs, right? So, and then I clicked on this because I've walked past it before, but I never knew they actually served burgers. I thought it was just like a dive bar. And this is crazy because then I looked at it and their burgers look incredible. Like they're just greasy, cheesy, like bar burgers, right? You know what I'm talking about. So make sure your guest is saying those types of things in their reviews. Nathan says you nailed the SEO review hack. Yep. So make sure you do that, guys. Okay. And then the third thing is simply just making sure that if you've got a bunch of great photos, make sure you upload those. Got to upload those to Google, upload those to TripAdvisor, upload those to Yelp. I see a lot of times restaurants have amazing photos, but they forget to upload those to Google. You're getting 5,000 to 10,000 hits every month for free on Google. People just searching for your food near you. So make sure you got that nailed. Okay, so it's kind of a long-winded answer there. Okay, I think this is coming from Jen. Are you Jen? No, Elisa. Okay. If you had to select only 3 things to boost your restaurant's bookings, what would they be? What would they be? Elisa, just wanted to clarify. Do you mean like reservations? Reservation bookings? I think that's what you mean, right? Okay. Nathan's saying make sure the photo name is the name of the menu item. Yes, exactly. Yeah, 100%. Yep, the file name. There you go. So when you're uploading a picture to Google and it's a burger, make sure that file name says burger. When people see it, that's going to help you. Okay. Elisa's asking about the 3 things to boost restaurant bookings. Guys, if you have any thoughts about the things that are working for you to boost your bookings, your reservations, please let me know. Give me my thoughts as well. Elisa, I'm always going to revert back to the like this pyramid here. It's kind of the foundational stuff, right? So assuming that you've got great photography and a lot of photos, you know, and the search stuff is optimized, right? Then you're going to want to look at the other parts of this pyramid, right? So the first thing that for me that comes to mind is direct messaging. So I would definitely recommend email, text, Facebook Messenger. A couple people joining in. Hey, Ashley, Camille, welcome in. Christian, Raul, Javon, welcome in, guys. So email and text, I would definitely say for sure do email and text. Email, text, but also at the correct time. So for example, if you've got the weekend coming up, maybe it's Thursday, you want people to book for the weekend, you know, text them Thursday night, text them Friday, and with a link to the reservations. So I think the timely messaging is really important, right? Also, when you're doing your messaging, I would highly recommend for everybody, make it personal, make it sound like it's not coming from a robot, right? So in your text message, in your email, you could simply just say like, hey, this is Elisa from, you know, the owner, and we have a few reservations left only. Maybe make it have some scarcity. Hey, we just have a few reservations left. Want to let you know that, you know, we'd love to have you in. If you want to bring a loved one, you know, we've got this great new menu item. Here's a link if you want to make a reservation. Something simple like that. I really find it to be very effective if you have it coming from a human being and not from like a robot. You can still use your mass messaging, but just say, hey, this is Nathan from blah, blah, blah pizza restaurant. Love to have you in this weekend. Here's a link. Elisa's asking with a promo or not necessarily. You don't have to do a promo. You know, I think give it a try. Elisa, if you'd like me to unmute you, I'm happy to do that as well. Let me know if you want me to do that, and we can talk more in depth here. But you don't have to do a promo. You can try doing a promo. You know, if you want to throw in like a complimentary appetizer or something low cost for you, you know, free breadsticks, or I'm just making stuff up. You could definitely do that for reservations, but you don't have to do it. I definitely think that's the first thing I would recommend is doing the direct messaging, and feel free to send more than one message. You don't just have to send one message. Email, you can use email messages like daily. if you're on our email list from our company, we send about 2 emails a day to our email list. But with texting, you might want to use that like once a week, right? So you can use email very often. Texting, do it once a week. Something along those lines. Anybody else got any thoughts around how to increase your bookings, reservations? Lisa, are you using any review sites? Oh, I'm sorry, reservation sites. Are you running any ads on those reservation sites? I would also recommend doing some social ads around reviews as well. I'm sorry, reservations as well. Open Table, perfect. So you might want to try running some ads on Open Table. See if you can do a few bucks a day budget there. Let me know if you've tried that before. But you can also run some really simple ads on social. So, make sure that you're targeting people locally correctly, and you can bring people directly to the link. I think if you go to Open Table directly, you pay a higher commission, but if you bring them to the link on your website, you'll pay a less commission. So definitely start using some social ads for that too. Yeah, that could really help. Also, an SEO hack, Lisa, like we just talked about. If you're asking people for more reviews, ask people to mention reservations, right? Mention reservations. So when people are leaving your review, you could have them write like, my reservation was so good, whatever. Use that keyword reservations. Angela has got a quick tip. Angela has owned a bunch of restaurants in Chicago. She's been on some webinars here. She's one of our certified coaches. She's awesome. Okay, Angela's saying that, let's see, telling your team to actively invite people back. So asking them to invite people back, saying something like, great to meet you all today, and looking forward to see you again, while they pay the check. Just like the servers being genuine and saying, hey, hope to see you guys again. So Angela's main point is just asking them to come back, asking them, hey, next time if you guys want to come in, you can make a reservation. Just kind of spreading that word. Nathan's saying just again, invite them back in. So staff saying things like, hey, did you know on Tuesday we offer this? Hey, did you know on Wednesday we do this? Maybe like, have the staff ask them questions around like, do you work in the area? Do you live around here? Oh, great. Well, on these days we have this. And just having the staff interact with them, I think would help increase those bookings as well. Yeah, that's great. Elisa, let me know if that helps, or if you want to go into more depth, we can do that. Let me know if that's good. All righty. Question coming from Facebook and Instagram ads. Yeah, Facebook versus Instagram ads, there's not a clear winner, right? If you're running ads on Meta, run them on both. I definitely recommend running them on both platforms. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, they're very similar in performance. Run them on both if you can. What can be done to increase profit margins? Well, that's a great topic. We've got some really big news actually to announce tomorrow relating to this. So, guys, we're going to be offering some coaching programs. We've partnered up with some coaches that I will not name yet today, but we'll announce it tomorrow. So stay tuned tomorrow. We're going to announce some really awesome coaching programs. Main goal of coaching programs is to help you guys increase your take-home pay, your personal pay, and your profit margins. So we're going to have a whole program designed around how to increase profit margins. A lot of times you're going to want to look at your food costs, your prime costs right away. Some stuff with the menu engineering, stuff like this. So stay tuned. We'll have some good news for you coming on that soon here. Some coaching programs to help increase margins. Let's see. I think Elisa also had another question around some promotions. She's saying, so I see a lot of restaurants doing some of the same promotions. What could be something that differentiates us to them? Something you think that not many are doing? Great question. So when it comes to doing promotions, I'm always going to default back to like testing it out, trying it out, seeing what sticks in your market, seeing what kind of catches the wave. So some promotions that many restaurants might not be doing, but you could be doing. And guys, let me know if this is good. This is a nice one for people to chime in. What are some promotions that you guys have done that might be out of the ordinary, or that you think many people are maybe not doing? Nathan says he'd be interested in coaching. Yes, I think I could probably reach out, set something up for you, see if that'll be an option. Okay, sweet guys. So some of the guys, if you want to go in the chat, let us know some promotions that you've ran that are unique that you think might help. Elisa out here. You could do some promotions around like a contest promotion. Those sometimes do really well. So you could do like an enter to win type of promotion, enter to win a $500 gift card. And you could let that promotion run for 3 months, and then you announce the winner. But for anybody to opt in for that, they need to give their email and phone number. So you build a lot of buzz, but you also build a lot of contacts, a lot of leads. I mean, you can run those on Facebook and Instagram. We do have a training on that. Let me see where that is. Contest campaigns. There we go. So under advertising, we have a training called contest campaigns. And you can see this all here. It's about 51 minutes long. Okay. So could do enter to win $500 gift card. You could do like enter to like the next quarter. You could do like enter to win free appetizers for a year. Okay. So the nice thing about this is you just have one winner, and they get like one appetizer a month or one appetizer a week, whatever you want to do. So in your cost of goods, it's not that much money, but it can build a lot of a buzz and a lot of attention. A lot of these people who see those types of campaigns, they'll visit you anyway without even winning anything. So those are some things that you could do. Another really unique campaign you could run, Lisa, is like a raffle campaign. This one's a little bit more complex. And you got to be careful. Like, this is not legal advice, but each state, city, country have different rules around like raffles. Some consider them to be gambling and stuff like that. So just look into it. But we do have a training on that as well. It is, I think we called it the Big Enchilada. Yeah, right. On advertising, the Big Enchilada. And this campaign basically will show you, it's an enter to win contest campaign. And for people to increase their chances of winning, to increase their odds of winning, they can basically buy more raffle tickets. So for example, every opt-in would be like one entry. And if they want to buy 10 extra entries, they can spend $10 on extra entries, right? So it's a way that you can actually get a pretty nice boost of cash flow. People are basically buying air. They're buying nothing, right? But you get the cash. They're increasing their odds of winning. So that's something you could do. That'd be a good idea. Let's see. Dave says he ran a promotion with a local influencer and saw our Instagram following jumped 350 people within 3 weeks. Paid her $100 and $100 in product and gave away 2 free bowls. She had 40,000 followers in the KC market. Perfect. Yeah, Dave, that's a great idea. Hiring influencers like that is a great idea. probably one of the most important things, like a couple hundred followers is great. Obviously, it's not going to make a huge difference, but probably one of the most important things you got from hiring an influencer is the video that they took, right? So Dave, if you don't have it already, maybe you do. The video that influencer recorded for you, make sure you have that video because we can run that as ads for you. So if you got a nice video from an influencer, the way that that's going to work is you're going to get a bunch of views in that video that week, and then it's going to dip down and no one's going to watch that video again, right? So what you want to do when you have that really good video is run that video as an ad, just like all the time. You can put a couple bucks a day on it, and it's just serving people that video all the time within a few miles of you. So now that's the real benefit of getting an influencer is you get that tangible piece of content that you can then use for a really long time. Yeah, so Dave, you can contact your account manager and we can do some stuff for you on that for sure. After you get that video. Nathan's saying discount gift cards. So he said phrase it as free money. So it's similar to like a coupon, but it puts money in the bank today. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So I think what he's saying is, sell a gift card at a discount. So sell a $50 gift card for $30. Yeah, there you go. Spend 25, get 30. Exactly. So similar promotions that, a lot of restaurants do around holidays. You could do that at any time throughout the year. Christmas in July is coming up, stuff like that. Elisa says, got many videos from influencers. Good idea. Perfect. Yeah, it's awesome. Malik said, got an influencer invited to my restaurant. She created a video, but because of the copyright, I can't boost to Instagram. Malik, you should be able to take the music out of that video. Shouldn't be that difficult to take the music out of the video. If you don't know how to do that, you can go on Upwork or Fiverr and hire someone just for a few bucks an hour, and they could probably extract that music so you can use the video. Okay, perfect. Awesome, guys. Got a lot of good stuff going through today. Email or text is the next one. Email or text. My answer is both. Covered this a little earlier. You guys can email people often. We find that email is one of those platforms that you can for lack of better words, you can abuse it, right? You can send people one email a day. It's not going to hurt you at all. Text messaging, you might want to send it once a week or so. Nathan is recommending, Malik, use the video app called Leap. It's free and it would take seconds to remove music. There you go. It's another great thing. Nathan, appreciate you for chiming in. Super helpful stuff you got. So yeah, you can edit this video with AI and it can remove that music for you. Another thing you could do as well is if you have these types of things, for example, what Malik's got a current issue where he's got this great video, but it has music on it, could simply just ask ChatGPT, right? I have a great video, but it has copyright. I'll spell copyright music in it. How can I easily remove the music from the video? Nathan, we'll see if your app comes up in here. Yeah, a bunch of tools coming up. So audio remover, Capwing, Clidio, yeah, so a bunch of different stuff you could use. Camille is asking, hey Luke, I'm in Colombia. Facebook Messenger is not that popular. Can the automations made for Messenger can be used on WhatsApp? Yes. So Camille, yes, you can do all the automations we're talking about with Messenger. It is possible for WhatsApp. Short answer is yes. WhatsApp does have some limitations around the automations you can build, Camille, but I would recommend doing it on Instagram instead. the same type of automations you can build with Messenger, you can also do that on Instagram. So I believe we have some trainings around that in our portal around Instagram and somewhere. There we go, Instagram DM. So Camille, go in the portal advertising under lead generation, Instagram DM. Now you can set all the stuff up under Instagram. So let me know if that helps. Yeah, you're welcome. Perfect. Upselling techniques. We might not get through all these questions. Good stuff here, guys. If you guys want to put in the chat box, this is a good one for anybody to chime in. Upselling techniques. Does anybody have any good upselling techniques? Any tricks, any hacks? And if you want me to unmute you, I'm happy to do that. So just put in the chat box what your upselling techniques are, what works for you guys. And if you want me to unmute you, just let me know and I'll be happy to do that. With some of our coaching programs coming on up, we'll have a lot of upselling techniques in there as well. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, Nathan's right. Upselling is very menu concept specific. Yeah. Got a question coming in here about the best AI app for help with creative writing and branding. Well, let's go ahead and check it out. Let's ask ChatGPT. Actually, ChatGPT is one of the a great app as well for this. So here you go. Okay, ChatGPT, this could be your answer in itself. But ChatGPT is also telling you that you could have other options. Copy AI is a good one. Right, perfect. So use ChatGPT or use Copy AI. Both good options. Let's see, how to effectively run social media, especially Facebook business page for a business that has more than one location. I feel one page causes a little confusion when we make a post and attach a pic from one of our stores. Anybody with multiple locations want to chime in and let us know how you tackled this one? Trying to see who wrote this. Let's see. Oh, there's Seren. There we go. Gotcha. Yeah. Nathan, I agree with you. Nathan said all these questions can be answered and deployed via chat. Amazing how so few people are learning to utilize it. 100%. Yeah. So, I mean, totally agree with you, Nathan. So guys, if you have questions at any time about anything, you can always use ChatGPT. And it might not get you the best answer, but it'll get you probably pretty dang good. So, Seren, here's a good answer for you here. Yeah, seriously. So a couple different options for you, right? You can create location-specific posts. You can utilize Facebook business pages. With your Facebook business pages, I have to double check if this is still the way, but I think it is. You used to be able to create like parent pages and child pages. So with Facebook, you can have like a parent brand page, like just a generic page, and then you could have location specific child pages underneath. So Seren might want to look into that, creating a brand page and then creating location specific pages from there. There's ways you can manage that together. So you can like make a post and then you can have that post to all the pages, or you can do like you can choose what page you want it to go to. So, so Ren, let me know if that helps. Let's see. I think Malik was saying that I've created a flow chart for in-store QR code. I tried to scan the code, but it won't work. Yeah, Malik, I think the best way to go about this one is if you want to, I think you posted this in the webinar group, which is great. For us to diagnose kind of what's going on, the first step I would do is chat with ManyChat support. Obviously we're here to give you like support as well and give you a strategic direction. If you've got technical things you need help with, ManyChat support is awesome. In the bottom right-hand corner of the page, when you're on ManyChat, there should be a support thing that comes up, and usually you can chat with them like instantly, and they're really helpful. So they're probably going to ask you for screenshots and like stuff like that. But I would start there. Start there. See if that helps. I don't exactly know what part is not working. That's kind of what I don't know how to answer because I don't know what part is not working. But there's always solutions to this stuff. It's relatively easy to fix. So Malik, I would say, see if you can chat with ManyChat support. If you can't figure it out, then come to the webinar page where you can make a post. And if you can provide screenshots or screen recordings, that would be really helpful. Blake, let me know if that helps you. I definitely want to make sure. I did that in the webinar page. Okay. Well, let's see if Malik, let me go ahead in there and see if we have everything that we need. You might want to provide a screenshot or like a screen recording of what happens when you try to scan. But let me take a look at that, and then we'll see if we can get you some support there, okay? I don't think we'll be able to answer that one on this call today, but we'll definitely get you and help you, okay? Malik, have you chatted with ManyChat support yet or not? Let me know if you chatted with ManyChat yet. Okay. Start there. Start there in the bottom left-hand corner. Show you where that is. Pretty simple. In the bottom left-hand corner of ManyChat. I'm sorry, bottom right-hand corner. Bottom right-hand corner. You got this live support option here. And usually they'll get back to you like instantly. If it's during their off hours, they'll get back to you like probably next day. But if you get them when they're online, they're real helpful. So try that and then come back and see if there's anything else that that's not working. We can help you then for sure. Next question is 3 things you would do for marketing if you had a budget of $2,000 a month, and how would you distribute the budget? Well, let's see who asked this. I think, let's see. Who was that? Javier. What's up, Javier? So I'm going to go back to the pyramid. 2,000. Assuming you have all these, I would recommend spending them on these types of ads. The Googles, the Facebooks, the Instagrams. Make sure the direct messaging as well. But it's kind of hard to give you like an exact answer, Javier, of what exactly to do, because I don't know what you've tried. I know some stuff what you've tried, but if you want to give me any more context, Javier, or if you want me to unmute you, I can do that if you want to talk. Can't talk right now. That's okay. If you want to give me more context around what you're trying to accomplish, then happy to give you more direction. Kind of just depends on what you tried so far, what the results have been like. But I'm definitely big fan of diversification. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know, run ads in a handful of different places, do a handful of different things, switch up some techniques here and there. If you haven't ran a contest campaign, run a big contest campaign. You're also wanting to look at what you're pricing things at. So maybe you can get creative and, you know, create like a, I don't know. I mean, not every restaurant can do this, but I was in Las Vegas again, couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and I was eating hot pot, Chinese hot pot at X Pot in Vegas, and they have an item on their menu for $1,900. It's like four people, $1,900. Um, we got the one that wasn't that, but it was $900. So if you can get creative, I think that would be, not every restaurant can do it, but you know, if you want to see if you can put a nice steep price on a menu item, might be something creative to think about. Javier wants to raise the number of transactions per month. Yeah, I mean, Javier, the fundamentals are here. Um, try things. He's asking, should I invest in branding or promotions? I do both. So I would do promotions and branding, because sometimes promotions are going to appeal to some people and branding is going to appeal to other people. So Javier, what I would focus on if I were you is I would look at this triangle. Okay, look at the triangle. And if you have any gaps here, if you have any gaps in this approach, then focus on that. Okay, start at the bottom here. Javier is asking what percentage should he invest in branding or promotions? There's not really a right or wrong answer to this one. Do a 50-50, whatever you feel, really. Malik is saying he can't find live support on the page. Malik, if you have a screenshot, if you want to put that in the webinar portal. Otherwise, I know there's ManyChat support. So if you just type in like ManyChat live support, see if you can get there. You might have to submit a ticket. I'll put that in the chat box here. Malik. Try that. Yeah, so Javier, I would recommend take a look at this triangle here. Javier, if you want to let me know. Javier, do you have professional photography? Do you have over 1,000 reviews? Javier is asking, should I invest into new customers or to existing customers? Javier, you gotta do both, right? Got to focus on the new customers, but got to focus on the existing ones, right? If you are only focused on new customers, but the existing ones are not coming back, you got a leaky bucket. So I would prioritize your existing customers first. So prioritize getting them to leave you their contact information. Okay. Start with your existing customers. Make sure that you have the QR code set up in store to collect contact information. So under right here, under, I think it's right here, in-store contact collection. Okay. Generate repeat visits with QR codes. Right. So that's where I'd start, Javier. Okay. Make sure you're getting people's contact information. Make sure you're inviting them back, that we talked about. Just your staff being genuinely inviting them back, giving them a reason to come back. I was at Five Guys Burgers recently, and they've been giving out $5 gift cards. So for every person that comes into the restaurant, they're giving a $5 gift card to every guest to incentivize another visit. So Javier might want to try that. But yeah, then go back to the pyramid here and photos, reviews. Okay. Those are the first two things. Javier, do you mind I forget. Can you let me know your restaurant name and where you're located? And I can look up the restaurant if you'd like. Oh, that's right. I knew that. Yep. Javier's in Guatemala. Let's see. Javier, is this you? Right here? Two locations, is that right? Three locations. Okay, perfect. But this is your restaurant, right? Okay, three locations. Let's take a look at the photos and everything here. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. So Javier, first thing that stands out to me is going back to the fundamentals here. So photos. Um, I would recommend uploading really great photos to this Google page here. Okay, not just Google, but TripAdvisor or anything else locally for you that is online listings that people will be looking at or searching for you on, right? But Google's definitely one of them. So, Javier, do you have professional photography? Do you have like a library of 50 to 100 photos? Let me know if you've got great photos or professional photos. Definitely upload those here. Okay. It looks like you've got a handful of good photos. I think you uploaded this here 2 years ago. Um, start there, right? Start there. You have a lot of user uploaded photos, but make sure you're uploading some of yours. Okay. And then I would try to get to, a few hundred reviews, get to 1,000 reviews. Okay. You've got good ratings, 4.5 stars, 4.6 stars. People love your food, but incentivize people in house, like we talked about, to leave you more reviews. So get to 1,000 reviews. And that's going to help you out. Start there. Start there. And then we can go tackle the next thing. Javier, let me know if that's helpful. Let me know if you want more on that. But again, that's going to help you get more customers for free, right? You can run ads and you should run ads, but there's a lot of people looking at your restaurant right now on Google right now. And if you have 1,000 reviews and better photos, you're going to convert a lot more of those people for free. You're not even paying for them, right? Right now they're looking at you, they're going somewhere else, or a lot of them are going somewhere else. So you can convert more of that free traffic, then you're going to be in a pretty good place. So try that first, and then yeah, let's go from there. Cool, awesome. All righty, guys. Well, it's the top of the hour. Spent about 64 minutes with me today. So appreciate your time. Hope it was helpful. I think this was a really good session. I love doing the Ask Me Anythings, honestly. A lot of great things come up during these Ask Me Anything sessions. So thank you, all of you who participated. Thank you for answering questions. Nathan, thank you for chiming in. Everybody else who chimed in, thank you so much for doing that. Makes these webinars that much more productive. So again, guys, tomorrow we're gonna be making a pretty big announcement. Stay tuned for that, and you'll wanna get on that for sure. And then next week we've got some really awesome webinars that we're going to be going over, helping increase margins. Nathan, I got you down here, so we can take a look at coaching as well. Guys, that's all for me. Gonna quit rambling. Appreciate your time today, and hope everybody has a good week. Talk to you soon. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here.